I mean, pretty good stuff so far from both players, both very exceptional players. A lot of shenanigans on this match.
Three, two,
Uh,
one,
let's see what happens
ball.
here going into game one.
Ground pound
Dobrein.
immediately.
Dobrein opening up with that devastating ground pound, catching the neutral light onto Eramm. Eramm taking a bit of damage already. He's being brought into the yellow. Dobrein looking to string up some nice bowstrings. And he's doing a pretty good job at spacing this axe right now. Look at all of these punishes coming out from Dobrein. They're beautiful. Eramm is finding himself nearing kill percent already.
Eramm goes for that neutral light, but Dobrein jumps over it, avoiding that hitbox, which was just recently changed in today's patch. Yesterday's patch. And the sidelight ends up hitting Dobrein into the orange. Ooh, a recovery as well. Eramm doing a great job with those axe recoveries to be able to put on damage. And he dodges out of the way of the down air, siders him and disarms him down air, trying to end Eramm's stock rather early in the nair. Nearly kills off the top. Dobrein could have naired once again, but he doesn't, as he throws on an end stake down stick from Eramm to try to read Dobreин's approach, and that nair will send Dobrein flying and disarm him. Eramm trying to get that recovery kill. Both players at kill percent. Here's a cider comes out with the end light, nearly kills off the top. Eramm is heavily damaged.
Yeah, I mean, both players are trading quite evenly, both of them finding themselves in kill percent. However, Dobrein has Eramm in a position where he can kill him quite easily if he does manage to land a hit with a lot of force. Eramm finding himself on the side of the map once again. Dobrein patiently just standing there. It hits him with a downlight. Ooh, the bait.
Both players waiting for someone else to approach, that causing an odd standstill there, and Eramm's still not dead. He's got to have at least like 300 damage on him on the stock, and the ground pound sends it flying.
The ground pound did end up connecting. Dobrein taking a selfie and holding his stance. One stock lead, however, he is in kill percent, and any move should kill at this point. Looking to find some nice bowstrings, and he's doing a good job at just that. Eramm already finding himself in the yellow.
Eramm going in for that side. It doesn't quite work out as he tosses the axe downwards. Dobrein tries to find that end light. It doesn't quite work out as Eramm is trying to do his best. Cider connects, sends Dobrein flying, evens it up, but he took damage up into the orange there.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good showing from both players so far. Eramm finding himself at a slight disadvantage, and Dobrein taking advantage of that with some nice bread and butter sword combos. Goes for the neutral signature read, however, Eramm sees it and does not walk into it, but he is in kill percent. He manages to dodge that ground pound, which would have been devastating. Dobrein, with almost a clean stock, is absolutely demolishing Eramm. But Eramm responding with a beautiful bowstring, doing tons of damage onto Dobrein, basically evening it up. Wow.
Ooh, nice downlay into ground pound. Wow, Dobrein using the center of Thunder Guard to be able to KO there with a creative combo there. As the mine goes onto the right side of the stage. A nice cider, double cider into Eramm there, puts him in the middle of the stage. Dobrein barely near kill percent. Here's another ground pound comes out towards the center of the stage. The mine stage is close to exploding. It does. Eramm picks up another mine. It goes right above Dobrein's head, and a recovery comes out from Eramm as he tries to side Eramm into that bomb. Down as it comes out, Eramm brings it back to the stage, tries to go for that cider. Dobrein punishes him with the end light, however, tries to go for the nair and gets cidered. Dobrein's low on jumps, he has to dodge back to the stage, and a nice GC side stick kills him off the top.
Pretty good read coming from Eramm there. That was a nice GC side stick. Stocks are even, both players with a bow in hand. Dobrein, he seems to be dominant with the strings this game. However, both players pretty evenly matched so far. Dobrein entering up with a nice neutral air there, bringing Eramm into the orange.
Going at that downer to try to clip Dobrein there, but he's trying to do his best with the bow. Sidelight comes out, Dobrein hitting him with that ground pound. The ground pound doesn't connect, and a cider comes out. Eramm throws out that side stick, a really risky read there as Dobrein tries to go for the end stick kill off the top. Eramm has a lot of things that are going to kill him right now as Dobrein is throwing out downer after downer. Dobrein, however, gets hit by that down stick read, and Eramm gets him beneath the stage. 2 ciders, that's it.
Wow. What patience, what reads, what punishes coming from Eramm. Taking the game.
Game 1 goes to Eramm, who has been making a great showing all throughout winner's bracket and actually outplays Dobrein's bow there in the first game. And Dobrein now has to think about what legend he's going to be picking again, as Eramm's doing a great job of being able to show off this Azoth in a great fashion.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good Azoth player. You see a lot of reverse recoveries, a lot of reverse ground pounds. You know, a lot of nice plays, very slick side airs there with the bow just then. You know, but Dobrein choosing the Hattori, going through map bans. I think they're just gonna pick. Yeah.
Dobrein threatening to go Hattori for the entire tournament a little bit earlier today in the stream, and Egg Soup cried out, "No, don't fight me in a Hattori Ditto." But here we go. We see Boo's Dobrein on Hattori, almost making me think like that was going to be Egg Soup, just seeing that skin and the color. And we're going into it. Game 2. Eramm having the lead so far as a downer comes out, and Dobrein, the sword trying to get some Siders in, but Eramm finds the first amount of damage. Sider comes in, tries to go for that downer, doesn't quite work out, and Dobrein holds onto the spear. Side light into Sarah, comes out into neutral light. Nice side light follow up, but Dobrein is getting hit by a lot of these axe moves. Recovery comes out, and Eramm ends up losing the trades.
It's going to be difficult for Eramm to space around Dobrein's spears. Dobrein has a pretty powerful spear, you know, it's a spacing weapon. Both weapons kind of more spacing reliant. However, the spear does a ton of damage with those neutral lights.
Downer comes out, side light connects, and Dobrein has to throw his weapon low, gets the Nair follow-up, and he goes for the end-sig kill. But the downer actually sends Dobrein flying, and Eramm has the opportunity to be able to end the stock if he goes for one of those really good down-sig reads that he's been getting all game. But that recovery nearly kills at the top. Dobrein goes high, and he gets in the second recovery as Eramm throws out a ground pound a little bit too long.
Yeah, I noticed that he threw out a ground pound and then canceled it, ended up putting himself in a bad position where he could get punished by Dobrein's recovery. Dobrein in kill percent on his first stock, but he does have an advantage, and he does have an opportunity to rack up some pretty decent damage here.
Eramm gets that side air, and that's it. He immediately evens up the stocks. Dobrein doesn't get to take any kind of lead as that side air from the axe is devastating, and Dobrein waiting out patiently gets side aired by Eramm. 2 side airs in a row. Tries to get that side light, gets the Sarah follow, but Eramm doesn't care too much about the damage that he just took as long as he gets a nice string. But Dobrein's actually running away with this lead as a down air connects from Eramm. Tries to get another down air. He does get it, gets him off stage. Ground pound follow up does not connect, and Eramm makes it back to the stage. Goes for that side light, doesn't quite work out, and the down sig does not work either. Dobrein making this even. Is he?
It was a
he just SD. He just SD.
Whoa,
what?
Dobrein making a crucial mistake there that was devastating. He's now at an entire stock disadvantage due to that Z. Eramm making sure he can take advantage of that and is abusing Dobrein right now with bowstrings.
D-Light downer coming onto the GCNC with the N-Sig hits the island instead of Eramm, and Eramm trying to do his best with the bow.
Eramm is playing very patiently. He's waiting for Dobrein to try and go for some kill moves so that he can punish those active frames. He is using some pretty risky down sigs, but he's not getting punished too hard for it, so I can't really knock him for it. Dobrein finding himself in a bad position, nearing orange already on his last stock.
Nair comes out down sig as well. Dobrein trying to do his best with the sword against the likes of Eramm, but Eramm gets killed off the top by that down sig. Dobrein has the
that was a charged down sig, just reading the landing like, I know you're going in it.
Ooh, tossing the bomb into the island, and he actually nearly gets it into Eramm as Eramm tries to do his best against Dobrein's neutral air, and it's not working out.
He tried to do his math on paper, but he really should have just used a calculator. Dobrein looking to even up this game, but he is finding himself at a damage deficit. Eramm looking to take advantage of that with this axe right now. Tons of force, giant hitboxes. Eramm doing a beautiful job. However, Dobrein getting in there with some weapon tosses and neutral lights with the unarmed. It's pretty close. It's anybody's game, but however, Dobrein is in kill percent.
Eramm's been finding it. Devastating axe stairs here, and then Nair actually connects as Dobrein finally decides to go from passive to aggressing, and Eramm doing his best to be able to try to get Dobrein dead here, but that side sig will put him into a bad position. And Nair kills off the top. Eramm has a 2-0 lead over Dobrein.
That's ridiculous. I'm looking to see Dobrein main up at this point. Eramm has been showing us what he's made of. He's pretty strong with both his axe and his bow. A lot of patience. A lot of patience.
Ooh, Dobrein brings out the Azoth Ditto.
Oh, wow.
Eramm says, oh no. And they say go Twilight. So here we go. This is it. So Dobrein fighting. He has to get a reverse 3-0 if he wants to really
Dobrein is an Axe main, alright? He plays Axe champions. He's going to be very comfortable with this Azoth pick. He's got the Axe in hand now. He's got the bow in hand. I'm looking to see how this shifts the momentum of the game. However, Eramm getting the weapon advantage. Just kidding. Both players now holding an Axe in hand, exchanging blows.
Nice dare coming out from Dobrein. Here's a downer from Eramm. Also connects. Side air from Eramm. Eramm trying to do his best. Waiting for Dobrein to approach, and both players just kind of spacing each other out with the axe, but a nice pivot. Nair coming out into a sidelight D-light. Nair, once again, Eramm is winning out on these axe trades, and Dobrein makes it back to the stage, nearly misses out on getting down air there, but Eramm doing a great job with this axe, disarms him as he hits it with that side air. Bow comes out. Bomb waiting to be thrown into Eramm, but doesn't work out, and the downside comes out from Eramm as he doesn't actually get that hit, and Dobrein gets a nice little bowstring there to be able to put Eramm towards the orange.
What I'm noticing here is that Dobrein is playing extremely aggressive while Eramm is looking to simply just go for punishes, and it's working for him. The damage deficit isn't that big. However, Eramm is landing these important hits, and Dobrein is now in kill percent.
Dobrein inches forward, tries to find that Sarah, gets the Nair. Eramm's kind of confused at the slow playstyle that Dobrein's bringing out. He's just kind of inching forward, waiting for the approach, and randomly
Well,
throwing out
Dobrein has
moves.
now realized that Eramm is playing passively and has decided that he's not going to aggress without, being sure that his move's going to hit first.
He's just kind of messing around. Wow, Eramm goes for response
he's
taunt.
baiting him.
He just baited Eramm into a taunt and side-aired him for it. Dobrein.
This is all a mind game here, ladies and gentlemen. Stocks are even a minute and a half in, and everybody's yet to lose a stock. I mean, pretty much tied at this point. The charge down sig might have been a mistake, but he does manage to punish with a Sarah on Dobrein's approach.
Puts out that GC side stick and nearly gets end lighted off the top. Dobrein waiting patiently for Eramm to approach him. The Nair will do it. Dobrein takes a nice snapshot of himself as he takes that first stock, and that playstyle change definitely did confuse Eramm as he gets a Nair and actually Dobrein was so heavily damaged. Wow, stocks are even up 2-2.
I mean, pretty good so far. If Eramm can take this game, he takes the set, I believe, correct? So Dobrein is going to really need to step it up and pull out some nice strings with this bow here. He's waiting for an approach from Eramm that he can punish, but he's not really finding anything too much. Eramm is spacing very well. He's landing these crucial hits. He gets the Nair on Dobrein, does a bit of damage, brings him into yellow. Both players trading quite evenly.
But that down sig was such a great read for Dobrein's down air approach as he goes for that D-light but doesn't get the follow-up. Eramm actually trading in favor of himself as he finds that Nair, puts out something, but Dobrein gets that side air. Down air coming out from Eramm. Eramm doing his best to be able to fight against Dobrein's Azoth here. Is a nice Nair coming out from Dobrein. Ooh, Eramm goes for that end sig, but Dobrein spaces around that second hitbox properly, and that down sig gets interrupted by that side air. Side air from Eramm, however, disarms Dobrein. Dobrein looking for a weapon, finds it. It's the bow. Goes for that side sig, down sig from Eramm to dodge out of the side sig hitbox. Eramm doing a great job of maneuvering around Dobrein's kill moves here as he still has a damage lead over his Azoth. Side air comes out. Eramm dodges down, voids that D-light, finds the down air, and goes for this recovery. Eramm not a slouch in this matchup as he throws out that down sig. Dobrein struggling with his Azoth.
Yeah, I mean, it should be noted that Eramm is playing very patiently and is waiting for opportunities to punish Dobrein's approach. And Dobrein is unable to find an opening for the most part to get any kill moves out. Eramm taking a stock advantage with that side air right there. Now 2-1 against Dobrein.
As the axe tosses aside for the bow, feels a little more comfortable, and then Nair punishes Dobrein for picking up that axe, takes a little bit of a damage lead, second Nair hits, and light Eramm taking a huge lead over Dobrein here, another Nair. Dobrein's almost been brought into the orange here. The axe was doing nothing as this bow has been dominating him. The down air comes out, second down air, doesn't connect, but he's not getting punished as a side air from Eramm comes out. Eramm wants to take this game and take it 3-0 over Dobrein here as he waits patiently for Dobrein to approach. Dobrein not doing anything, a GC downlight coming out, Dobrein waiting carefully.
He's trying to bait him. He's trying to bait him once again. He put the taunt out there thinking that he would respond. Eramm gets aggravated, goes for an approach, and gets punished by Dobrein's Nairs. Eramm finding himself in kill percent. Just about any move will kill at this point, but he does have the stock advantage, and he does have a damage advantage, and he's still racking up that damage. He's doing a great job at securing this lead. Dobrein is going to need to tighten up his gameplay if he wants to take this.
Side air comes out, Dobrein brought in the orange, charges that down, so he gets punished by that side air, but as damaged as Dobrein is, okay, the recovery will do it.
I mean, the stocks are even. Dobrein has the opportunity. If he can find a nice string or a gimp, he can take this game. However, Eramm is looking like he has the advantage here. He might have a weapon disadvantage, but he's still going in with those bomb tosses and those unarmed hits.
Tries to go in, but Dobrein punishes him with that side air. Dobrein's going to have to find a lot of motion. That side air do sensing!
Wow, he combos off the island. Eramm with the impressive side air into side sig ending.